This is my reaction video to Big U and Loose Cannon. I believe, if we're going to go over this together, I believe they're setting up Draco the Ruler. And I'm going to show you how Loose Cannon throws rocks and hides his hand. This is my reaction video, fair use.
Better. And the first thing I do as soon as I get you, I need some blowers, not security. I need guns.
Now that right there is Draco the Ruler talking about doing shows out of town and how he's saying he need, extra blowers. Not security, but, weapons and stuff. He got people to use them, but he, just bringing ammunition to where he's going out of town because, people are extorting the Big U's and Suge Knights and whatnot like that. But let's continue.
I'm not stupid. I ain't never finna go nowhere and think this sweet niggas I'm out of town. They praying on you like that.
Man, come on, man. They praying for your comfort, man.
As soon as you think you smooth, walking on the beach. The same way, that's like walking on Melrose.
Yeah.
You like,
look at the stars. Now, for a lot of people that don't know, when you go to California, you may think that you're okay because you're in Beverly Hills or you on Melrose, but a lot of people don't know that the hood, right? All that stuff, the Comptons, literally blocks away. Literally 3 to 5 minutes away, you have the hood. So you may have a nice part right here, but then you walk just 2 to 3, maybe 4 blocks away, and the hood is literally right there. And what happens is, they know guys come out there lacking, thinking everything is sweet, so they surveil the area. Yeah, they over there. They like, all right, I know you're going to be over here. I know you're going to be shopping because if you don't have money, what are you doing over here? So you're definitely going to be shopping. You're going to have money. You might have a Rolex or something, and you become an easy target. Whether you're a civilian with money or maybe a rapper with money.
I know better than that. I was in Miami. I ain't fucking nothing.
Yes, we can. They ain't playing with you.
And they got Haitian there. They don't got no country.
This dude right here, this is Loose Cannon. Now, look at his body language while he's around Draco the Ruler. This was a day before Draco the Ruler was unalived. This is Loose Cannon. Those that know, they know it. Those that are, not too hip to what's going on in this, Loose Cannon and Big U, the Big U is the guy that's about to walk up in a minute. Those two were indicted on the Rolling 60s RICO charge. Loose Cannon is playing both sides of the field. He's cool with Big U now. But the day after the unaliving of the other guy that was talking with the chain on, this guy right here, you're going to see some stuff. Let's continue.
Right back home.
Way on
Wait,
outside.
check in for 45 days, come right back. It'd be a whole new person.
Hey,
A whole new person.
speaking on that, I be telling Unc, because he got to go back to his old ways because the out-of-towners is winning.
Now, you heard what he said. He said, I be telling Unc he got to go back to his old ways because the out-of-towners be winning. Now, when he says Unc, he's referring to Big U. And when he says his old ways, he's talking about having the outsiders check in. He said the out-of-towners are winning, and he got to go back to his old ways. Meaning that, they coming here, they doing what they doing, and they winning out here, you got to start having them check in again.
I'm talking about.
And then Big U pulls up.
Tricking, super tricking.
Look, now he talking about Unc. Unc is Big U. You know what I'm saying? That's Big Unc. That's what he called it. That's what the U stand for, Unc. But he didn't, people, that's that California gang talk, which when you reach a certain age, especially at Big U's age, bro, that stuff is irrelevant, bro. You know what I'm saying? And then you going by the wrong way of making money. You using your muscle to go around and finesse people of their hard-earned work money, bro. And trying to put the fear in people for them to give up their goods and stuff, bro. I don't feel people like that, bro. That's what my whole channel's about, bro. So Big U, I'm pulling your coat.
Holy Keep in mind, that was a day before Draco lost his life. Now let's get into the actual video of Loose Cannon alleging that Big U may have some involvement in Draco's demise. Y'all check this out.
So we about to expose.
This is big. This is Loose Cannon. Now, that video with him with the green jersey with the orange letters in it, when he was on the street talking about Unc. That video was a year. This video right here is a year later. Draco's already unalive. The other guy that I think they set up, he's already unalive. But Loose Cannon here knows that the feds are on them. So what he's going to do, he's going to act like he ain't had nothing to do with that. But pay attention to details and body language and words. Let's continue.
Big useless, big uterus, and we're going to expose Ralphie the Plug at the same time.
For y'all that don't know who that is, Ralphie the Plug is Draco the Ruler's brother, blood brother.
So, remember Big U keep telling everybody he never had an iPhone, right? You're going to see him on FaceTime with Draco the Ruler the day before he died. And me, because I put him on the phone with Draco the Ruler, and then he pulled.
And me, because I put him on the phone with Draco the Ruler. You see what I'm saying? You was on the phone with Big U at first, bro. You got up out of the studio and went into the other room and gave Draco the phone. Draco basically letting you know he don't trust them dudes, bruh. But you gonna switch it on Ralphie. You see what I'm saying? You're going to switch it on Draco's brother. But really, he was on the phone with Big U. He was letting you know, bro, I don't trust them. Can you come? I fuck with you, Loose Cannon. Could you come? But watch what Loose going to say the reason why he couldn't come.
Up. You get what I'm saying? You're going to see all of this.
This is Draco the Ruler giving him the phone in which he just got through with a conversation talking with Big U, right? And he's on the iPhone. This is a day before he was stabbed in the neck at the festival.
And then you're going to see raw footage of how it played out. And Draco is telling me he didn't trust Ralphie. Ralphie, he didn't feel comfortable with him. And he was asking me to go to the show with him, but I had prior engagements. So, at the end of the day, it's like this, right? You got a scumbag. Everybody be talking, acting like he just this big macho person and stuff like that, but he's not like that. Sugar Plum. McDonald's Parfait. Mayonnaise, ketchup, mustard, you all of that soft condiments. Don't be acting like you tough because you're not. I hear the little stuff that you be saying and going on and stuff like that. When are you going to address certain things? But look, we ain't going to warm up to it after that clip is over and after I get my hard drives back and the things over, I'm putting out the FaceTime video, right? But you did say you never had an iPhone.
Regardless if he said he never had an iPhone or not, you're skipping around what's really going on now, brother. You the one put the motherfucker on the phone with him. You worried about Big U saying, I never had an iPhone, Loose Cannon. Sweetie! But you more worried about that when the real situation is, why did you put Big U on the phone? Why did you give Draco the Ruler the phone with Big U on the motherfucker? What did you and Big U talk about before? How did Big U ask to speak to Draco? See, these are the questions that are really you worried about. See, what you trying to do, you trying to implicate him on a, you trying to get yourself out of a setup. You know the feds got all the evidence they need. You trying to get yourself out of it like, oh, well, yeah, I don't know what they were talking about. Nigga, yes, you do. I don't trust them rolling 60s, bro. That's that, bruh. It is what it is, bruh. They main slogan is "You not a real 60 till you unalive a 60." How does that sound? They go around and throw on red shirts to go do missions on their own people. Yeah, shiesty motherfuckers. Ain't no telling how many gang wars from from the blue side that had to turn around and go at it with the red side on some stuff that a blue member threw on a red rag in a hat and did his own kind, making them think that it was these people. Ain't no telling how many, bruh. It's just senseless deaths from young people. And in California, y'all out of pocket, bruh. Los Angeles, Southside, Compton, all that crap, bruh. Y'all out of pocket, bruh. Because the police officers, man, it's crazy, bro. I can get deeper into that. That's another topic for another video. But loose cannon, you throwing rocks and hiding your head, brother. See, one thing you got going on, G, you know what the whole play was, but you trying to back your way up out of it to make you look good. You know more about that Nip situation than what you putting on too, bruh. But they got you, and you not bonded out. They got you, bro. When the feds get you and they deny bonds or set a bond that they know that you can't get, they basically let you know, bro, we got all the evidence to fry you. You know, there's a date that's set that all of this will be, laid out on the table.
Remember you said that? Oh, people, we about to expose it, right? You know, today is his birthday. And I like to save things for special occasions. So, sweet!
You like to save things for special occasions. Today's his birthday. So that's basically saying you been knew all of this. Why at this particular point you just now explaining that? Bro, you out of pocket, bro.
Sweetie! Here we go. Ralphie, listen, you was pathetic. You let the bag go. Where's your career at now? You told me when I said let's get out and go do something or whatever. You said you had a career and you didn't want to do anything. Don't make me pull the footage. Yeah, I'm putting the footage where you thought you was Karate Kid and you didn't do nothing, sweetheart.
The man probably know that they was in a situation to where both of them would have been unalive, bro. The man realized, damn, this is a setup. Why you throwing that on Draco the Ruler's brother situation when you know that Big you had more to do with what you saying? How did you know so much about what went on and you say you wasn't there, loose cannon? You know, the loose cannon got loose lips.
Draco is full-fledged up in the front, you in the back. You took off running first, sweetie. You a marshmallow. You is the total opposite of Draco. You is the real meaning of light-skinned. This is what we talk about. You have to have some type of color in your melon. You is a full-fledged buster. Sweetie, it's time for you to get exposed. Whoever's listening to you, they should be ashamed. He let his own brother go. Brother had a son. But I'm about to give y'all exclusive content. This is real, nothing fake. Big Useless asking Draco police questions. We talking about a case and stuff like that and just chatting. He trying to send him back to jail. This is not me saying it. Y'all about to hear it. He's asking, how did you get away with that one? Start started scratching his head like.
I'm not gonna lie. When y'all see the video he's talking about, it is questionable for a person to ask something like that, especially in a public setting. Like, if you really genuinely wanted to know how he beat that case, I feel you should have asked him in private, right? The cameras is rolling, and you also have people that you don't know who's who around asking this man how he beat a body. Right? That's out of pocket, but I don't know.
I got some new information. You get what I'm saying? This is raw, authentic, nothing fake. I love Draco to death, and I ain't gonna let nobody exploit his name.
That's what you're supposed to say when you know why and how his unaliving took place, and knowing that you could have stopped it, but you went along with the play. How much did you get paid for this little situation, though, Loose Cannon? And for you to say that you wasn't even there for other engagements, how the hell you know what all went on and what took place? Let's continue.
Facts. So, sweetie, here we go.
Ain't nothing gonna happen unless you know.
Say goodnight and say goodnight.
What? Gonna
Say
strip
goodnight.
you and go around the corner and you're gonna be looking for this.
Come back in and sit down next to you. You talking about what?
Nigga, you don't even know.
Right. No, you know, but you just don't. You pretend like you don't know. You did. I done seen it happen.
So basically, when he says somebody will strip you, go around the corner, and come back, he's talking about how grimy the guys are in Cali, right? Where they at. Which is crazy, because now when you pay attention to how he may have been set up, everything he's saying that can happen may have happened to him. He's saying a guy that's close to you will set you up, pretty much strip you for whatever you got, go around the corner, come back, dress a whole different way, and chill around you like nothing happened. Snakes.
That's Loose Cannon right there, giving Draco the phone with Big U on it.
So that right there was Big U on the phone, right? After he gave Big U the phone, Loose Cannon went and had a conversation with him, and then he came back and gave Draco the Ruler the phone back. Now, you know what's crazy? Seeing how everything played out, I wonder what was being talked about on that phone. Once again,
Y'all, I have not seen this. Shout out to Hookah Anonymous. I hadn't even seen this video, and I said the same shit. I just said the same thing. What was talked about, bro? That's all I'm saying, bro. I'm not the only one that recognizes this. There's other reactionists out here in the world on these YouTube streets that are putting together these pieces that see it, bro. Perception is a reality, G. Let's continue.
and this was a day before he passed away, according to Loose Cannon, who was clearly there, as we could see. So what were they discussing on that phone? And then Big U actually pulled up. Right? Crazy.
To go kill that person. No. It's not intent.
Listen to this.
Premeditated, meaning I went to go kill him. I knew who I was going to go kill.
And that's second degree.
Second degree murder is all the murders.
Yeah, it's just like
Second degree murder is you killed. You went to go kill
I
somebody.
was a part of it. But
That's really what it is.
Yeah.
First degree murder is really because it can carry a capital offense, and it means that I went to go kill you. I laid in wait. I did all this other and all that in there.
I had all that lying away, all that premeditated shit. I gave everybody the guns. They said I go out buying guns. I knew that this was gonna happen because I create situations in my life. So I should have known. I had the criminal street gang conspiracy.
That's some new.
Yeah, it's like a state RICO. They said I was responsible for anything that any of my friends do. All the gang members, all that.
Did you know you could be entitled to a 5 or 6 figure
Now look.
payout if you suffered a serious injury at work, like a broken bone, torn?
You beat that?
He asked him, how'd you beat that? He asked him, how'd you beat that? You see all these cameras and stuff on, bro. Why would you ask that man that?
Whoa. Whoa. And I don't, maybe Draco realized it.
Dude, all the gang members, all that.
How you beat that?
Whoa. Whoa. And I don't, maybe Draco realized it, but then want to really violate because, you know, Big U is Big U. Keep in mind, you know, he's a faction of the old Crip stuff, and, you know, Big U's the big homie. So maybe that's why he didn't react the way he probably should have reacted. Let me tell you, the first thing I would have said, if that was my boy right there, he would have said, how you do that? I would have looked at him. What you mean, come on, bro.
Yeah, but, you know, a lot of people, this is Big U. And to them Crips out there in California, he's a big figure. You see what I'm saying? So by Draco the Ruler being a little homie from a Crip fraction out there, he just basically, I don't know what he did. We about to see it, though. He just asked him that, and that was a crazy question, especially since you know that all the cameras and shit's on.
And keep in mind, Loose Cannon have accused Big U plenty of times on different occasions of working with them people. We don't know how true it is. This is coming from the mouth of Loose Cannon. But when you see things like this, where the man asks him how you beat two bodies, because Draco beat two bodies, right? When you hear him ask questions like that in a public setting, nah.
Because they was just so focused on my co-defendant, they ain't really, and he was telling.
Now, that's pretty much it when it comes to that. Now, here's two things that Loose Cannon pretty much exposed with that situation. Loose Cannon said that Big U said he never had an iPhone, which means he never spoke to Draco the Ruler, but clearly you can see he's on the iPhone on FaceTime talking to him. And this was a day before he passed away. Right? Now look at, I ain't gonna lie, he do give, I don't know. Now, the whole point of this video was because it's a lot of things that don't make sense, and I seen a lot.
Sometimes you could tell people, like, if this person, like Loose Cannon, like, what is your motive, bruh? You was cool with Big U, and the way that you talk about Big U now, you was feeling like that about him for a long time. You never once said anything about that. You see what I'm saying? To him, in his face, in his presence. So you wait till he's not around you, and then you start saying stuff like this about Big U. Well, now you're implicated in this. Big U even said it. Now you got me tied in with guys that I'm not even cool with, like the Loose Cannons and the Brick Babies and stuff. Them your little homies. So either the little homies are scared of the big homies, or everybody just fake, or everybody has something to do with it and these situations, and they're trying to separate themselves from the cause. It's crazy, man. Let's finish and let's wrap this up.
A lot of similarities within Nipsey's case and Draco the Ruler's case. One of the biggest ones that I paid attention to was the fact that when Nipsey allegedly almost got set up by Big U, it would have looked like it was by Bloods, when the whole time they were saying that it came from Big U. So when
you see what I'm saying? Didn't I just say that? These Rolling 60s Crip gang members would dress up like a fake Blood, go kill one of their own, unalive them. I'm sorry. Go unalive them. Make everybody in public, like Nipsey was, make it look like the other side did it. Because for a while, people were saying that, oh, it was some Bloods that rolled up and then came and did that. Now, the whole time it was one of his own people, bruh. So now they'll send a mission out on the world and make it think that it was one of them that did that. So it'll be young Crip black people killing young Blood black people over a situation that wasn't even dealing with the other side. It's sad, bruh. This is a sad situation, bruh, in all phases, man. And it's all dealing with these gang members, bro. Ain't nothing. Look, if the gangs were doing what they were made to do, is protect the innocent from the racists, the crooked cops, and all of that, I'd have no problem with them. But the gang members then just took over and been rebellious. These rebellious gang members going around extorting people, scamming people, robbing, finessing people, just doing all the wicked things to make her earn, bro. I don't feel that.
Pay attention to how Draco lost his life, in which it seemed like he was feuding with YG and his entourage, and you like, alright, well maybe it was a Bloods versus Crip thing, but you pay attention, maybe it wasn't. Then when you have somebody like Loose Cannon, who was close, very close to Big U, as you can see here, it's like, alright, if he's saying it, I'm pretty sure he has a lot of knowledge of what's going on. What he got to lie about, right? It's just the fact that maybe he said a little too much on social media, and it might come back to bite him in the end. Y'all jump in the comments. Let me know what y'all think about this whole thing, man. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. Hit that.
Yeah, we did all that to the video, brother. Appreciate you for that information, too. Look, I say it all the time, bro, because when Nipsey was unalive, why did Eric Holder go to get that red shirt out of the thing? That is a Big U trademark. Throw on that red shirt, go over there, unalive the homie, get rid of this shit, make it look like the other side did it. Go send some homies over there, get them. You got people trying to, what they trying to say, to get initiated in the set. Make it look like, hey, go ride for Nip. Yeah, go justice for Nip. Justice for Nip would be to be putting his own brothers behind bars. Nipsey Hussle even said it on some of his videos, because he was saying that people from your own section can keep you down from doing what you're here to really do in life. I think Nipsey was eventually going to turn the Rolling 60s gang into a positive outlook, creating jobs for the young people to go do instead of having to do crazy stuff to make a few dollars. Yeah. Y'all, this is my reaction video. Y'all like, share, and subscribe. That's the big three. Y'all check out my other channel. It's PewTuber Topics channel. Thank y'all. Y'all also follow me on Instagram at PewTube_TV. It's one of them days today, y'all. It's one of them days today, but I'm going to try to make sure I get my video out and do what I got to do. Big three. See y'all.